Hey. Today I am talking about, oh, excuse me. Today I'm talking about 3 habits that you can start today. I'm broadcasting this in the evening. So if you're watching it right now, tomorrow, but if you're watching it in the morning, today, to gain more energy, reduce cravings, and improve your mood over 40. But before I get started, my name is Hillary Rank, and I'm a women's health and wellness coach, and I specialize in helping women over 40 lose extra fat, gain energy, and love who they see in the mirror through my 40 Feels Fabulous method. So before we get to it, I want to ask you a question. Ladies over 40, are you tired of feeling sick and tired? Like dragging yourself out of bed every day, crashing in the afternoon, and maybe getting spotty sleep at night and then starting it all over again. So many women tell me this is how they feel. And this is might be how you feel. And if it's not, then this video actually isn't for you. But so many women also share with me that they don't have any motivation to do the things that they know they need to do to feel more vibrant, more healthy, and more confident. So, how much more motivation would you have, and how much better would you show up for your family, for your job, and your life if you had more energy and felt better? One of the biggest mistakes women make is thinking that they have to drink from the fire hose and make all these huge changes to see results. And then, literally, I mean, that makes me feel exhausted just thinking about it. Taking all this huge, massive action when you have so many other responsibilities that you're juggling, so many different roles. Maybe you're working full time. You maybe have kids, maybe don't, but you're usually the caretaker, and you're trying to have a social life and maybe take the kids to activities, and it's just too much. So it stops so many women in their tracks. And here we are, we're going into the holiday season, and it's all about love, life, love and giving, and all these extra things, like maybe you're doing elf on a shelf, you're having to worry about holiday parties, about gifts. And, most of the times we end up feeling, entertaining. Sorry, I got to throw that in there. Entertaining, planning a party, planning what you're going to bring to a party. And many times you end up feeling more exhausted and more like crap because of all the opportunities for really good. I'm not denying that. I love the food of the holidays. But we got the stress from all these other things. We have all of this really good, rich food, and maybe not the most nutritious food. We're in flu and cold season, and then we end up feeling more like crap. We feel sluggish. And, maybe you even come down with something during the holiday season. So I hear from a lot of women, and let me know if this has been your thinking, that, I have an all or nothing philosophy. So, I'm going to start really good on Monday. I'm going to go full force. I'm going to be really strict. I'm going to be really good. And then, oops, I made a mistake. And so then might as well chuck out all my good intentions out the window. And I'm just going to start fresh Monday. So, then we give ourselves an excuse to, go even more off the rails. And so, the holidays ends up becoming, the holidays is not just all start fresh Monday. It's the holidays is a one big go off the rails fest. And we tell ourselves, oh, well, I messed up, or I can't not indulge at every single event that I have. And I'll just start fresh January 1st. And then I'll be committed and I'll do all the things. But the problem is that doing all the things and then trying to make those massive changes, it's not sustainable. And we kid ourselves. There's always going to be another family emergency. There's always going to be another activity to take our kid to, another crazy project at work, stress at work, that pushes our intentions of focusing on our own health on the back burner. So what if you could change the narrative? What if it could be easier? What if it didn't have to be this massive thing that's like this albatross or this thing that you're dreading? What if you could change the narrative starting tomorrow with small steps that work? What if the key to transforming into fit and fabulous self is starting with these simple changes that build up over time? You don't have to wait till Monday. You don't have to wait till January 1st. You can start immediately. And the whole point of me becoming a coach and, creating this methodology and reaching out to women is I want to share with you what works. I don't want you to be trying all the things, feeling like a guinea pig and throwing stuff at the wall, and not putting yourself through fancy diets that require all sorts of supplements, or removing entire food groups, or even starving yourself. So the truth is that most women don't eat enough, don't eat often enough, and aren't eating the right combination of foods. And I'm going to give you some simple tips to remedy that right now. So here are 3 habits that you can start tomorrow that can help move the needle for you, give you more energy, reduce cravings, and stabilize your mood. Just wanted to check to see if I had any comments. Okay, so number 1, eat within an hour of waking. So I might ruffle some feathers with the intermittent fasting devotees on this, and I know that there's science behind it. But the truth is that most women over 40 are dealing with imbalanced hormones, and as a result, blood sugar instability. And also, most women, I haven't met any one of my clients that are not dealing with chronic stress. And as a result, they're dealing with adrenal dysfunction. Your adrenals are what produces your stress hormone, and it gets out of whack. And that's what causes feeling anxious, those problems sleeping, like feeling overwhelmed all the time. So skipping meals and delaying eating puts more stress on the body, leading to more inflammation, which makes us feel puffy and leads us to hold on to more belly fat. So we absolutely don't want that. So, if intermittent fasting is working for you, great. But if there is some room for improvement in your energy, in fat loss, in your mood, in your sleep, I do suggest you start to eat within an hour of waking. Okay, number 2, start your day with a protein, fat, and fiber. And this is so, so critical. I think, isn't there a saying that breakfast is the most important meal of the day? And it really is. So having the right type of breakfast unlocks your metabolism, it promotes muscle maintenance, it reduces cravings, and stabilizes blood sugar. So protein, fat, and a fiber. So that means protein, usually, most often from an animal source. And I'm going to go into why that is superior. A healthy fat like coconut oil, avocado oil, clarified butter, grass-fed butter, and a fiber. So some leafy greens, a vegetable that you had left over that you can throw into your eggs. I have been just toasting a slice of Ezekiel spread wheat bread. It's got fiber in it, and it checks that off the box. So this is the complete opposite of the typical standard breakfast. And it's not even just in America, it's all over the world. Because I was just saying, I went live on Instagram right before this. I went to Egypt when I was 18 and with my aunt, and we had breakfast buffets at the hotels that we were staying at, and they were exactly the same, of fruit, pastries, yogurt. That does have some protein. I'm going to give that, but not a lot. And all of that high carb, really low protein, it just sets us up for failure. And it's going to cause all of that big spike in blood sugar, and then that crash at 10 a.m. and more cravings, feeling hangry. So having a breakfast with the protein, fat, and fiber can negate this. And then I know a lot of women aren't very hungry, maybe don't have a big appetite in the morning. You could do a protein shake, but I do try to steer my clients away from protein shakes, especially if they have lots of insulin resistance. And they're having a lot of that blood sugar dysfunction, because protein shakes usually contain fruit. They're usually sweet. We're not usually having like a bone broth protein shake, right? That sounds kind of gross. So it's not enough fiber and not enough fat, although you can add fat to your protein shake, but it just leaves them feeling a lot more hungry. So I do suggest having a more savory breakfast. And if you eat sweets in the morning, it opens up your taste buds for more sweets. So my go-to, it's really, really quick. I'll, use light oil in a nice pan to do a fried egg. I'll toast a piece of Ezekiel bread, put some ghee, clarified butter, or drizzle some coconut oil on my eggs once they're finished. So I make sure I'm getting a certain amount of fat. And then to add extra protein, I'll saute or cook up egg whites with a chicken sausage and some leftover veggies. I really like cauliflower rice in my eggs. It's super good. So really quick, really simple, and you don't need all of those carbs to keep you full. Okay, so that moves on to the third. The third habit is getting protein at every meal. And it's like literally crazy. The RDAs, what is it? Recommended daily allowance of protein is about 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. And, many aging adults are not even getting the RDA, but it's really recommended for ideal body aesthetics, for energy, really for women who are going through perimenopause and menopause to eat more than the daily allowance. And I'm going to tell you why. Because protein is perhaps the most essential macronutrient for muscle repair and growing muscle. And the whole point of any of your movement practice is, well, the best movement practice for a woman over 40 is to help you gain muscle, because the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn at rest, so you can work smarter, not harder. And not only it also protects your bones, but it also helps balance your hormones. So eating enough protein helps balance your hormones. It helps stabilize your blood sugar so you don't have that big peak in your insulin and then that crash, and it reduces cravings. And it's the most high, I'm having a mind blank, but it takes the most energy for your body to digest, more than fats or carbohydrates. So you're burning a little extra calories when you're digesting protein. So a rule of thumb is, I suggest my easiest go-to is eating protein with every meal. But if you're eating like 10 grams of protein, that's not going to be enough. So that would be 40 grams for the entire day, not enough. You're really going to shoot for 30 grams of protein for each meal. So that's 120 grams of protein. Now, obviously, that is not individualized. That's just a rule of thumb. Okay. So, I wouldn't leave you hanging. I'm not just going to tell you all these general things and not tell you how you can exactly implement this. So I go over these 3 habits and 7 other habits that are a foolproof way to increase your energy, lose inches in my 14-day energy reset program. And I am offering a Black Friday special starting next week of my 14-day energy reset program. So it's 14 days of going through these 10 easy habits. I give you recipes. I give you a done for you meal plan. I have videos, but most importantly, in this Black Friday special, I'm adding in 14 days of daily coaching and accountability for you to implement it. Because most of us, it's not more knowledge that we need. It's not another video that you need to watch. It's not another meal plan that you need. You actually need the coaching and accountability to implement it. I'm also going to bundle in my metabolic rejuvenation workout program. It's specifically designed for women over 40 for you to work smarter, not harder, with at-home workouts in 10 to 20 minutes a day with little to minimal equipment. You really could do body weight, but if you want to continue progressing, you could add some resistance. All right, so that is going to be available next week, and it's going to be offered at such a low price. You literally would just be crazy to pass it up, especially if you're struggling with that low energy, if you feel sluggish, if you feel bloated all the time, if you just feel like a shadow of your former self. This is a great way to give back to yourself. 2 weeks, it's you. We can pretty much do anything for 2 weeks to give you that boost to get you through the holiday season and not feel like you're so behind starting January 1st. Okay? I will be talking to you soon.